Hello and welcome back to Blackwatch Intel. My name is Crashy, and today we're going to be talking about a Reddit post from Reddit user SFP33, and essentially this post is titled "Diamond DPS Queuing with Gold Players Makes for Some Really Awful Games in Plat." Now, I felt this was a particularly interesting topic to talk about because it does kind of ask a question and basically gets a little bit of dialogue started within the community about what exactly the SR disparities between players queuing together should be. And the post is pretty simple. When you are a plat player, and say you're solo queuing, for example, you are going to find yourself in these situations where you're getting a diamond player on your team or against you queued with a gold player. And this is almost by definition a way of, kind of, I don't even know how to put it. It really changes the games. As a plat player, you kind of expect to be playing with people around your SR range, but because of the way that Overwatch works and averaging SRs, you have to know that if you're, say, mid-plat, high-plat, you're going to find yourselves in these teams that are creating an average by having someone that's very high up SR in terms of being diamond and someone who's very low in terms of being gold. Therefore, those basically make two plat players kind of, through average. So you're going to find yourself in these games where you either have someone who's good on your team and, a low-level gold player, or against that, and it just makes the quality of games in that little sector, in this real niche space, kind of not as good as they could be. And as someone who is a diamond player and does queue with gold players, and someone who has been in diamond as a solo queue and gets these kind of scenarios in my games on my team against me, I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of it. I do want to say, again, I'm going to defend my position. I do this as well. I queue with gold friends. And I do it because I want to play the game with them. I want to help them improve. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, I want to play the game. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I believe that it should be that way. In fact, I think that with all the changes coming on, in the future with Overwatch, the changes to the reporting system and, what I'm thinking is the inevitabilities of the game that are eventually going to come out and be the, the early stages or the beginning path of the Overwatch devs, legitimizing the competitive ladder and trying to make the best competitive experience possible. I think along with that is going to come the evolution of the SR disparities on the competitive ladder. Now, what I would personally love the threshold of, the real serious play to be is Diamond. I think that Diamond should be the staple rank where things get really serious. And I don't mean to say that anything lower than Diamond should not be serious, but I think Diamond should be a very strong aspiration for the the majority of players. Hitting Diamond should feel very good. And currently Diamond still feels a little trolly, doesn't feel that serious. And I think, a lot of ranks could, be viewed this way. But that's what I'm hoping to see change in the future. Now, in terms of this particular topic where we're talking about the SR disparities, I just think it's too big. I think gold is a very, I don't want to say it's a very low ranking because obviously it's the third from the bottom, but it is a rank where there is so much to improve on. There's mechanical skill, there's game sense, there's your timing, and pretty much all the fundamentals of playing Overwatch at a high level in the gold sector can be improved either in one of those fields or in all of those fields. So to be playing at a rank like Diamond where I think things should begin to legitimize a little bit more, I just don't think that's right. I think that players in gold should be playing with people around their skill level so they can improve in their areas and work their way up the ranks. This feels like a little bit of an exploit in the system. It feels like a little bit of an allowed boosting, if you can call it that. And while even today on my stream, or yesterday technically on my stream, I kind of defended playing with a gold player as a diamond player, I can kind of see how, in a way, it is kind of boosting. Obviously it's not like I was, it was a paid service for me or anything, to boost to my friend. We were just playing the game. And I think that's kind of the hard part about it, is you're going to have people that just can no longer play together. I already have people that I can't play with because of SR differences. But the reality is that 1,000 SR difference for two people to queue is simply too high in my opinion. I don't think a 4K player should be playing with a 3K player just the same. I don't think a 700 player should be playing with a 2K player, or even a 1700 player rather. I just think that at most you should have one one full rank, which is about 500 SR, one full rank's range of play. I think that, and that's give or take 500 regardless of the literal rank that you're in. So if you're 2200 and I'm, 2700, we should be able to queue together. But I don't think that you should be able to queue with anybody within 1,000. I think that the SR disparity should go down to 500 for these ranks, for Diamond specifically. Maybe anywhere between Bronze and Gold could queue together, but then that still creates the same kind of problem. So maybe it should just be 500 Diamond below, and then maybe 750, and then, I think that could help a lot of our issues. I personally have never been in a Silver or Bronze game, so I can't really speak on that type of scenario, but I think across the board, pretty much as a blanket statement, I think my thoughts would stand. So I'm genuinely interested. I really do hope I get some responses from the community on this. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is bad for the game if they change it? Do you think that this will ruin the ability to play with friends? Do you think that in a way it's kind of exploitive because it is kind of a way of boosting, right? You have to analyze the data. Someone that's 1,000 SR higher than you is probably a better player than you. I mean, pretty simply, he or she's gonna be a better player than you, whether it's game sense or understanding or just, general knowledge of the game. And if they are playing with you and helping you win games, that's kind of exploitive for their SR because they're playing in quote unquote easier games, and it's kind of exploitive for your SR, and it's not necessarily fair for the enemy team, and maybe it's not even fair for your own team that you're forcing these plat players to play with someone that might be a little bit lower than they would normally get if it was just a full solo queue game. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget, we do still have the 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up as we're getting closer and closer to that goal. Check out the link in the description to join our Discord, get involved in the community, follow us on Twitter, and I appreciate it again. I'll see you on the next video.
That I'm setting free. Does the beat take you over? You just